WWE should hold off Becky Lynch's return for Raw after WrestleMania 41. Here is why. Becky Lynch has not been seen for a long time in WWE, but the company can position her return for a prominent show after WrestleMania 41. WWE Universe has missed the presence of one of the biggest WWE stars of all time, Becky Lynch, for months. The man was last seen on WWE television programming in May 2024, where she lost a steel cage match to Liv Morgan. Since then, fans have been clamoring to see Lynch resurface in the WWE landscape. However, with WrestleMania 41 season almost coming to its end, it would be much more logical to hold off the return until Raw after WrestleMania, which itself is a big show. Here are 3 reasons WWE should consider bringing back Becky Lynch on the first show after WrestleMania 41. The Raw after WrestleMania show has always been special in its own way. The event after the Mania season has always featured major surprises to continue the excitement after the end of WWE's biggest show. This year's element of surprise could be Becky Lynch's long-overdue return to the company, which could blow the roof off the arena as the fans have been wanting to see the man for a long time. Raw after WrestleMania is a star-studded show in its own right, while WrestleMania itself is a star-studded affair. The same can be said about the Raw after the show. After all, the event every year features a non-traditional audience from all over the world who are considered one of the craziest fan bases of all time. Naturally, WWE each year likes to keep its star-studded quality up for an important event like this. This year, the Stamford-based promotion can do it at the expense of the star power of Becky Lynch. The women's division on Raw can benefit from Becky Lynch's return. There is no doubt in the status and drawing power of Becky Lynch as a marquee WWE superstar. However, ever since she left, the Raw roster has seen an influx of new and talented WWE superstars like Lyra Valkyria making an impact. With an important show like the Raw after WrestleMania 41, this could mark the start of a fresh direction should Becky Lynch make her return. If she does, it could set the stage for new rivalries against younger talent who could also benefit from wrestling a top draw like the man, Becky Lynch. Latest update on Becky Lynch's WWE status. Becky Lynch has been absent from WWE programming following the reported expiration of her deal last year, last competing in a Women's World Championship match against Liv Morgan on the May 27, 2024 episode of Monday Night Raw. There have been rumblings and rumors about Lynch's WWE status ever since, with talk drumming up around both Survivor Series and Royal Rumble season, and now once again as WWE is on the road to WrestleMania 41. Fightful Select have offered a small update on Becky Lynch and her plans with WWE, with it being noted that the promotion are in discussions over plans for her return, and creative pitches are being made for the former multi-time WWE Women's World Champion. This doesn't indicate how soon she will be back, but it means that she likely will be within the next few months if WWE's creative team is actively in talks about it. It emerged last month in a report that she was being discussed for an appearance at WrestleMania 41. With all major women's stars tied up in feuds, it doesn't look as likely that she will be factored into the 2-night event. Becky Lynch has been absent for months from WWE, and it would be better to hold off her return until after WrestleMania 41. Reasons WWE should hold Becky Lynch's return until after WrestleMania 41. One of the biggest WWE superstars of this generation, Becky Lynch, has not been seen on WWE television programming for a long time now. The man last competed in a steel cage against Liv Morgan in May 2024. She lost the bout, failing to regain the WWE Women's World title, and has been on an extended hiatus since then. Becky Lynch had multiple top stages, such as the Raw on Netflix debut show and the Royal Rumble PLE, to make her remarkable comeback. But new contract negotiations and Lynch's outside commitments have prevented her return from happening so far. With the road to WrestleMania 41 nearing its destination, here are 3 reasons WWE should hold off her return until after the show of shows this year. Each year, the Raw after WrestleMania is considered to be one of the biggest shows in history. The event is also marked by the return of top WWE stars who have not been seen for a long time. This would be the perfect stage for Becky Lynch's resurgence back to WWE. The man could return after the end of the WrestleMania festivities on Raw and engage in fresh storylines, as the end of WrestleMania is considered the start of a new season in WWE. Becky Lynch doesn't have a credible choice of opponent left. Cody Rhodes pushes for WWE to induct former superstar into Hall of Fame. Cody Rhodes wants to see his brother honored, and if it were up to him, Dustin Rhodes would have a spot in the WWE Hall of Fame. Many fans have talked for a long time about Rhodes going into the WWE Hall of Fame. They point out that he worked for WWE for over 15 years. Even though he's now working for AEW, which makes it less likely he'll get into the Hall of Fame soon, his brother is still saying he should be honored. Other well-known wrestling people, like Jim Ross and The Undertaker, have also said that Dustin deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. They think Dustin's long career and his unique character, Goldust, made a big impact on wrestling, and I've oftentimes said my brother. I feel like he had more of an important role in the Attitude Era and moving forward. And I think he's extremely talented. I think I'd like to see that, not just because I believe he deserves it, which he does, but I'd love to see the family just more added. The Hall of Fame doesn't mean the same to everybody, if that makes any sense. To my family, the Hall of Fame is the thing, the title and then the Hall of Fame, Rhodes said in an interview with Fox News. He got over when he started playing Goldust in the WWE. Goldust was a very different character, with a strange and sometimes shocking look and personality. Even though some people thought it was too much, it became popular and helped make wrestling more edgy and exciting during the Attitude Era. He also won important titles like the Intercontinental Championship and different tag team titles during his time in WWE. Later in his career, he moved around to different wrestling companies, including WCW and TNA, and even returned to WWE a few times. More recently, he's been a big part of All Elite Wrestling (AEW), where he still wrestles. Cody Rhodes calls for veteran to receive WWE Hall of Fame induction. Cody Rhodes has discussed the WWE Hall of Fame and how one particular induction would mean a lot to him. A staple of WrestleMania weekend, the Hall of Fame recognizes major names from the wrestling business and wider worlds of sports and entertainment for their contributions to the industry. In 2025, Lex Luger, The Natural Disasters, Michelle McCool and Triple H are all set to be inducted, along with the first ever Immortal Moment that will honor the WrestleMania 13 match between Bret Hart and Steve Austin. While many of the biggest names from previous eras have been immortalized as inductees, there are still many acts that fans want to see inducted sooner rather than later. While speaking with Ryan Gaydos of Fox News, Rhodes spoke about what it would mean for his brother Dustin Rhodes to join his father Dusty Rhodes as an inductee, and I've oftentimes said my brother. I feel like he had more of an important role in the Attitude Era and moving forward. And I think he's extremely talented. I think I'd like to see that, not just because I believe he deserves it, which he does, but I'd love to see the family just more added. The Hall of Fame doesn't mean the same to everybody, if that makes any sense. To my family, the Hall of Fame is the thing, the title and then the Hall of Fame. My dad going in was such a huge deal. So, I'd love to see him joined by my brother. But yeah, Randy is somebody I've been thinking about a lot too. We got a lot of hopefully future Hall of Famers with us. Dusty Rhodes was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2007. Cody Rhodes looks ahead to WrestleMania 41. On April 20th, Rhodes will put the Undisputed Championship on the line against John Cena, who turned heel at Elimination Chamber by attacking the American Nightmare. During the same interview, Cody Rhodes gave his unique perspective on the upcoming match. Dusty Rhodes was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2007.